Awesome. We are back with Midnight Science Club. We have Jake, the wizard, number 4, and we have Nick, the director of operations. Hey, Jake, that's 8. If you do like this, that's 8.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, no. I'm just kidding.
I've been with you for 4 years. A few accidents.
I love it. And, you know, this entire episode has been for students, for educators, for our listeners. I really want to focus now really on our STEM champions. You guys are like, what is that? ACP, we coined the term of our STEM champions. That includes our teachers, the educational leaders, our parents, and really anybody else who is on fire for STEM who's not currently a student. And so I want to know, what advice can you guys give our STEM champions who are doing this virtual learning at home with their students? What advice can you give them when they're wanting to introduce STEM and engage with their students in STEM?
Well, as that question gets asked us a lot, and it was asked Wizard number 2 back in 1941. Wizard's 2 next door neighbor was Albert Einstein, and they asked him, what do you do with your children to pass on your great intellect? And they said, probably the biggest gift you can give to your child, if you want them to be a STEM learner, is to get them to learn to play a musical instrument. First thing, it opens up the other side of their brain. It allows them to dream and become a problem solver. And it's true. You ask anybody with a Nobel Prize, they'll say, yep, I learned to play the violin. I'm not very good at it, but it allowed me to look at a problem globally so I could find the governing dynamic. So number 1, I would say, this comes from a lot of scientists and a lot of Nobel Prize winners, play a musical instrument. And you don't have to be good at it. Just do something in the arts. That's the number 1 thing you need to do. Number 2 is teach yourself to enjoy reading. And that takes discipline nowadays, because we're almost anti-reading now. It's just because with reading you can absorb data at a rate that your brain can absorb it and retain it. And so it's a self-governing information rate. When you look at stuff on the internet all the time, it comes too fast for retention. And the third little skill to help is the secret of wait time. When you whenever you're homeschooling your kid and you ask them a question, when you ask a question, you give them at least 8 seconds of silence before the answer. You give them wait time to digest both the question and their answer, to think a little bit before they speak. Now, those were 3 gifts. Those are 3 ideas that I think those 3. No, there was another one. What was it? Oh, sleep. Children don't get enough sleep, and they're not hydrated enough. Those were 2 other things on the side that I've left. Make sure your kid drinks enough water, they get enough sleep, learn to play a musical instrument. Give them wait time when you ask them questions. And you'll be halfway home to a Nobel Prize if you do that.
I think this is a very interesting and unique way of answering this question. I've asked this question on many occasions. I've never had someone answer it in this way. The question was we're asking about virtual learning, and these skills have nothing to do with virtual learning and technical skills. Well, it's the foundation. Let me not say it has nothing to do with it. It's the foundation.
The foundation. It's like, you ask me, how do I put icing on the cake? Mm-hmm. First thing you have to do is build the cake and get that cake good and solid. And then the icing goes on so much easier. Mm-hmm. Build a good cake.
Yeah, it's almost like turn off your computer for a moment, turn off all electronics and focus on your instrument, focus on your sleep, your water. Like you said, the foundation. Let's get back to the basics so that when we do incorporate whatever virtual style learning, that it's just that much better. The student is that much more engaged and is ready to interact and ready to learn. I love that.
Yeah.
You guys, this has been an amazing episode here with the Midnight Science Club with Jake and with Nick. And before we leave, I think the most important, if not the most important thing that we're going to give our listeners is resources. Where are these STEM resources that educators and students can go and find and learn more about you guys, and then also help them with their STEM education?
Go for it, Nick.
If you're an educator who wants to learn more about some of the stuff that we do at Midnight Science Club, if you're somebody who maybe wants a live virtual session with Jake the Wizard, the best place to look for that is going to be at Faraday Studios. FaradayStudios.com. Just Google it. You'll find us. That's our more educator-focused angle if what you're looking for is resources. If you just want to see us blow some stuff up and have a good time and see some cool science demonstrations every week, you can find us all over social media at Midnight Science Club.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Nick. I mean, come on. Our STEM champions, they're going to know these 4 skills that we talked about. Get their students, get the younger audiences to play an instrument and expand their minds, become dreamers and ready to really learn and utilize that other part of their brain. The STEM champions will also be able to assist these students in teaching them and in teaching the students how to teach themselves how to enjoy reading. And also, I love this, taking 8 seconds of pause when you ask a question. STEM champions will ask a question, take a moment, and then allow the students to really think and process and be able to answer in the way that they feel comfortable to do. And then, of course, sleep and water. I think the 4th one is something I definitely need to be working on myself, sleep and water. And then also, love it, you guys, educators, our STEM champions, go to FaradayStudios.com. And then also, of course, Midnight Science Club if you want to get into all of this action.